Hey guys, Joebizz34 back again. What's up, boys? It's been a while. Last week I posted not too long ago a compilation video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Based on the comments and the feedback I got, looks like you guys did, and it kind of served dual purposes. It was kind of a catching up video, kind of a trailer for the channel. If you haven't seen my videos before, it's kind of a way to see a little bit of everything I have or what I do. And it was just kind of made for fun, and I kind of got really into it. It wasn't supposed to be as long as it was, but I just kind of one of those things where I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to show everything. So it kind of was a cool little project, and I had a cool free licensed song to play with it that kind of sounds similar to commercial, like a Matrix type song, but it is copyright free, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and so far it seems like you have. So what I have here is a long overdue review of Sideshow's IG-88. I picked this up secondhand. It is the exclusive. As you can see, the axe is on the back there. And I'm going to make it really short and sweet because there's really not much to this figure. I give it about an 8 out of 10 strictly because, when it comes, the articulation is limited. I mean, you can move his arms and legs, but it is limited based on the design. You got the light up head here, which I showed. Okay, that's off. That's on. I don't know if the video it's a little light in here right now, so you can't really see, but you can kind of see. And there goes his gun. Woo! Dropped his gun. Always something goes wrong when I do these reviews. There's always something unexpected going on. I'll put the gun back in his hand later. But I have him posed basically trying to mimic his stance in The Empire Strikes Back. And very good paint job. I always kind of dug the Hasbro IG-88. I felt like at the time and for the quality of the toy, they actually did a good job. But this one takes it to the next level. He's got a very metallic, metal, rusty, dirty, weathered kind of look, when in actuality he is plastic. So the figure is not the sturdiest to feel. I mean, it kind of feels a little flimsy because he's thin, but once again, you could turn his head and stuff, and you can, do all that kind of good stuff. But I mean, let's face it, it is what it is. He was only in the movie for a minute, and I know in the expanded universe, he had more action. In the Clone Wars, you see more of his kind move around more. But I mean, he's more of a museum, like a museum piece, kind of like what I said about Bosk, like based on the design, very limited. He's really just there to stand and look pretty and be part of the bounty hunter lineup, which is coming one step closer. Have the axe, I don't know if it's expanded universe accurate, but not movie accurate. I don't think he had an axe over his shoulder or holding his axe in the movie, not that I recall. But it is a cool accessory. I have it strapped to the back on his harness. You can put it, and I think on part of his arm, either have him hold it or have it be part of his arm here. I believe you can replace the gun. And there's his big gun that I had him holding, kind of the same way in the movie that just fell out. So I'll fix that in a minute. So moving right along. Now the two negatives, why I gave it an 8 not a 10. Well, articulation is not really a strike because, like I said, it's kind of the nature of this figure. But the base, although this came out first, so I don't know who to give the strike to. As you know, Boba Fett came out with his base, and it's similar to this one. Now, the one improvement they made with this base, the switch is underneath the base, so it's a little harder to get to it to turn it on and off. With this one, with this base that for Boba, they corrected it and put it on the back so that you can, switch it on and off more easily without lifting the figure up. So that's one cool thing. The other weird thing is that on this one, the color of the base lit up is red, and the Boba Fett one is more of an orange color. Now, once again, I'm not sure which one is more screen accurate, but inconsistency. And then when they came out with Bosk, they didn't give a base that I complained about in the Boss review. Excellent figure. But I've solved that problem because now, as you can see here, no, that's not a double vision you got there. Those are two Boba Fetts. I picked up a new Boba Fett, which I'm also going to review here really quick. And I got an extra base now. So this base is the same as this one, the Boba Fett bases, which is more of the orange color with the switches on the back. I'm going to give one to Bosk, but I wanted to keep these guys on because I want to show you something here. This is, check it out. Cool, right? Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that are either Sideshow haters or Medicom haters. This is what they call a medi-mix. Now, the term started when people started to convert the Dark Knight Batman Medicom and kind of merged some of the Medicom parts with the Hot Toys parts. Now, I never felt the need to do that because I always liked the Hot Toys Batman as it is. However, if you watch my video on this Sideshow Boba Fett, I did have some issues with Boba Fett. And this is the Sideshow one. Now, I'm not a hater of either company or either brand, so I'm not here to promote one brand over the other. I'm kind of here to say, use the term, can't we all just get along? Because I think in this case, and you guys can have opinions, there's different opinions, the best Boba Fett to come out of this is a mix of the two, and that's the Boba Fett Medimix. Now, there's a certain formula to follow to create this mix. I didn't personally do this. I bought this figure as is, mainly because I wanted the Medimix. I thought it was a better figure overall, and mainly because I wanted to get that extra base so that I can now use for Boss, because this guy, this Sideshow figure, I'm going to sell. So just so you guys know right now, I'm going to sell the Sideshow Boba Fett. So if you're interested, hit me up. He's not going to come with the light-up base. He won't come with a base, but he'll come complete with everything else, including the box, which I have right there. There's the original box that the figure came with. So, and I'm going to sell it to him for a really good price. I'll let him go for $120 since he's missing the base. So this is your chance. If you want a Boba Fett, you don't care about the light-up base, or you want to create your own Medimix and you just need a Sideshow figure to kind of strip for parts, this is your chance to get a hold of one really cheap. So for $120, he's yours, shipped. If you're overseas, I might have to charge a little more for shipping, but if you're in the country, $120 shipped, he's yours with the box and all the parts, okay? But the base stays with me because I wanted the extra base for Boss. That's just my preference, okay? But now, getting back to why I got this one. Now, I was going to do it, but the Medicom Boba Fetts are actually kind of pricey, so I didn't want to really go and buy a Medicom figure just for the sake of doing the mix. So rather than spend the money that way, I spent a good chunk of money on this, but I bought one that basically a user already did the work. And it's a member of, another Freak member on the Sideshow forums. Don't know his name offhand, good guy, but to be honest with you, he's not making them on his own or selling them, so there's no point in giving him a real unique shout out. He's just following a recipe or a formula that someone else did in the Boba Fett threads and the custom Boba Fett threads, and he just followed the formula, and he just decided to sell his personal one, and I bought it. So, there's nothing really to promote. He's not making like a bunch of them where I would say his name. He doesn't have an interest thread or anything. Anybody could do this. I was just lazy, saw that he had it for sale, so I just went for it. But basically, to give you a quick breakdown, this is a mix of the Sideshow and Medicom Boba Fett together, which I think is much better. And to boot, part of the recipe is putting it on a Hot Toys body. So you could say, now, a lot of people complain that Medicom's scale is underscaled with their Star Wars figures, and that is true. However, if you collect Medicom, they're all in scale, so it's really not a problem. It's only when you start mixing and matching. That's where you get the Medicom haters, that's where you get the Sideshow haters. I'm not a hater of any 1/6. I'm a lover of 1/6, and, I just find good in everything. And I think there's good and bad with both of these figures, and I think this figure is superior, borrowing pieces from different parts, and I'll explain the breakdown. So, basically, the helmet is Medicom, and you can see the difference there between the two. Okay, I'm going to try to really get in there, try to zone in really clear here if I can. Okay, there we go. There's a little bit of a edit there, but I focused in. I got the zoom going here, so you can see the helmet kind of close up. Don't know if I can get greedy and do a little closer, but yeah, it's getting a little blurry right there. So right there. So there's the Medicom helmet, and it's got good coloring, good weathering. And there's the Sideshow one. Now, the Sideshow one looked great. And a lot of people complimented the weathering and the chips, and they said it's very accurate, which may be true. But the one thing that's off about the Sideshow one, and you could kind of see it really, if you look at them head to head here, you can kind of see that the Medicom one is better. Okay, I'm sorry guys if that makes anybody upset, but it is. The coloring, we all know, anybody in this hobby knows that Silent Surfer did the prototype paint job for this figure, and it came out great. The prototype was fantastic, but it got lost in translation a little bit, and when the figure actually came out to people, the green was a little off, the visor is off, it's not wide enough, and it's a little too thick. And I'm not one to normally have OCD, but Boba Fett, along with Vader, is one of two of my favorite characters from Star Wars. So I am going to be picky when it comes to this character. I want an Ultimate Boba Fett. That's just my thing. I have a good Return of the Jedi one that was done using a Medicom figure with a little customization. Maybe I'll show that in another vid because that's upstairs. But like I said, the green is a little off. Although, like I said, well done. The paint job is still nice. The vest was horrible. I modded this vest and made it less boxy. You can go back and watch my original review video for this figure and you'll see what I did to mod it. I actually took the plastic piece out of the vest so that it became less boxy. And it looks a lot better. And I had to like actually take it off and glue it back on. It was a whole process. The rest of the, you know, like I said, the rest of the figure is not bad. The body's a little clumsy. Now, as much as people complain about Medicom being underscale, I think Sideshow at times are a little overscaled. I think they're all in scale with each other, but they're a little tall. I don't think the height accuracies is always there either with their bodies. Some of their older figures, like the Freddy figure back there, you see that I custom painted. You know, he's still on the original Sideshow body, and the body is huge, and the clothing is huge when you compare it to like a Hot Toys. So technically, I think this one, being on a Hot Toys body, actually puts it on a better scale. And the best body to use, which is part of the recipe, is the Hot Toys Slim body, with the newer one that came out not too long ago, or an older Slim, if you get one. So Slim body, Medicom helmet, Medicom armor on the top, the vest, the chest, and the rope, because the rope is a little short on the Sideshow one. People complain about that. The rope is much better on the Medicom version. The straps and the belt. This belt here is Medicom. Better color, I think, than this brighter. I mean, once again, maybe this is, I don't know which one is technically accurate, but to my eye, this one is better. The pouches and the belt, I believe, are still Sideshow. That hasn't changed. The clothing underneath is Sideshow. Okay, these pieces here is Medicom. The boots are Sideshow. The body's Hot Toys, like I said. The gauntlets, the wrist guards here, and the hands are Sideshow. The gun is Sideshow. Okay, the jetpack on the back is Sideshow, and this piece here is Sideshow, the little cape. All right, so basically, a lot of it's pretty down the middle. It's like the top part is mainly Medicom with the leg guards there, and then the shoes, the outfit, the cape, and the top, the belt with the pouches is Sideshow. Gauntlets, Sideshow, hands, Sideshow, weapon, Sideshow. So it's a good mix. Like I said, the under uniform is Sideshow, but the body is Hot Toys, and I think that's the most important factor. I've seen people just take this particular figure in its entirety and just slap it on a Hot Toys body, and that alone improved the figure. So I think you know, that's something that could be done, and I think that's pretty cool. All the tools and stuff that are in the belt is also Sideshow, from what I'm understanding. There is a recipe for it. You can search for it online. Go to Sideshow forums. There is a breakdown exactly what's what. Now, this guy went one step further. He also altered the neck to make it stick up a little more. So you see, you got a little bit more of space between the head and the shoulder. Because the Medicom one, that was one fault, where the head was snugging. The head was snugging the torso a little too close. He didn't have really a lot of neck. The Sideshow one has more of a neck, but the helmet's off. So once again, you got the Medicom helmet with a little bit of an altercation there, and you got a good looking Boba Fett. And with the Sideshow with the Hot Toys body, excuse me, underneath, you got a lot more articulation. You can give them a more natural stance, moves, and subtleties that you can't do with either the Medicom or the Sideshow. So this is a perfect example of two worlds becoming one. I like the green, the dark green, better. I've seen some photos online. I think the darker green on the chest, although this may be more accurate with the placements of stuff, like with the weapons and the battle damages. I find that this chest armor is much nicer. This is nicer. The rope is nicer. The head, the visor, and the head helmet, excuse me. I'm getting tongue twisted here. I'm talking too fast. Is better, and I just think that in this case, don't knock one or the other. Let's join forces and make a better figure overall, and I think that's what this is. I really do. And I think he looks great. And as you can see here, the Sideshow Boba is a little taller, so I think that once this is on a Hot Toys body with everything else, regardless of whether it's a Medimix or not, I think the Hot Toys body definitely does improve the scale of the figure and makes it look like a little more realistic overall. That's just my opinion. I'm sure there's people that are going to argue one way or the other, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm open. I don't really care. This is just my personal preference, and I think if you love the Medicom figure and that's what you collect, great. If you love the Sideshow one on its own, great. If you love to mix them together, that's great too, because that's kind of where I'm at, right down the middle. So that is my review of the Medimix Boba Fett figure. I think if you're a big Boba fan enthusiast and you just kind of want to enhance your figure, make it a little better, you know, this is the way to go. You know, start mixing and matching the way you like. Maybe in your version you'll keep some other parts that are different. You know, maybe you'll keep this belt instead of that belt. And maybe, you know, in your world you like the braids better on this one. You know, whatever. Sky's the limit. But that's that. So my Bounty Hunter lineups are almost complete. So like I said, once again, this is the Sideshow Boba in its completion with a modded chest armor vest so that it's not a square, minus the base. Okay, but you'll get the full figure, the weapons, all the hands in the box. 120 shipped if you're in the U.S. Maybe a little more if you're overseas. We'll work something out. Contact me if you're interested in buying this one, because this is the guy that's staying here for me. But somebody else may want this one or prefer this one, or like I said, you may want to use it so you can use parts to create your own Ultimate Boba Fett to your liking. So give me a shout if you're interested in buying this figure. I'm probably gonna also put them up on my sales thread on Sideshow if I don't get any feedback, but I figured, you know, I'll put it up to, I'll let the YouTubers know first, give you guys first crack if anyone's interested. And once again, this is my IG-88, and I think he's wonderful, and he fits right in. You know, even though the base is a little different, like I said, overall solid piece. You know, what else are you going to do? He's not really meant to do anything more than just kind of look like that. So, you know, lacking in articulation, but that's just the way it is with his build. And, you know, the base is a little different, but at least he came with a base, minus Bosk not coming with anything. So, yeah, I don't know. But it's coming together. You know, I got Boba, I got Bosk, I got Vader right there. The Empire Strikes Back Vader's coming soon from Sideshow. Hopefully they'll hit that one out of the park. Got IG-88 here. Just need a couple more guys, and I got my Bounty Hunter lineup. So that's it, guys. I got a lot more to show. I try to sneak these videos in as quickly as I can, but I have a... Actually, speaking of Sideshow, I have a Sideshow Obi-Wan that I customed. I kind of improved, and I'm going to show that real soon, probably my next video, along with some cathode custom lightsabers that look really nice that's done by a guy on Sideshow. And I will show all that in my next Star Wars custom vid, okay? That's going to come up real soon. Plus, you know me with horror. I got a lot of horror stuff coming your way, too, all right? Alright, well, that was a mouthful. I'm going to get off my soapbox now and end this vid, and hope you guys enjoyed. Keep watching my vids, watch my my compilation vid if you haven't already, and see you guys soon, alright? Till next time, peace out.